XRP is entering a new level of development. How much money do you think this will bring to investors? Write answers in the comments. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has dismissed charges against Ripple Labs leaders Chris Larsen, chairman and co-founder, and Brad Garlinghouse, CEO. Plaintiff, SEC, respectfully notified the court of the stipulated dismissal of the SEC's pending claims against defendants Christian Larsen and Bradley Garlinghouse, according to a recent court brief. Notably, the court made this clear in a briefing yesterday by pro-XRP counsel James K. Phelan. The news sparked responses from the XRP community, with Ripple close Stuart Alderodi commenting on the SEC's decision to drop the lawsuit against Larsen and Garlinghouse. In a statement, Alderodi said that the SEC made a mistake in going after the company's executives, which led to the company's surrender. Surprisingly, Ripple's chief legal officer referred to the action as a capitulation by the SEC rather than a settlement. Other XRP followers, in addition to Alderodi, responded to the news. According to one expert, the regulator withdrew the accusations because it did not want to lose for the third time in a row. Remember that on July 13, the court found that most XRP transactions that the SEC claims are securities are not. The court also refused the SEC's attempt to certify an interlocutory appeal. Notably, the court's decision on the April 2024 trial might have been another crucial decision in the case. The dismissal of the lawsuit is a significant victory for Ripple, causing the price of XRP to surge dramatically. According to CoinGecko statistics, the price of XRP increased by more than 10 in the aftermath of the announcement. Interestingly, XRP rose to a 24-hour high of $0, 528, from a low of 477 cents. At press time, the currency was trading at $0, 512, up 6.3 in the previous 24 hours. The SEC first charged Garlinghouse and Larsen with assisting Ripple Labs in breaching securities laws via the selling of XRP to institutional investors. As previously reported, the court concluded on July 13 that Ripple's institutional sales qualify as investment contracts, but sales to ordinary investors do not. As a result, the court ordered the SEC's case against Ripple executives for a jury trial in April 2024. With the SEC dropping the accusations against Garlinghouse and Larsen, there will be no trial in April 2024. The SEC will work with Ripple to establish the proper remedies for the company's breach of securities laws via its institutional sales. Following the remedies stage, the SEC might launch a complete appeal of the case, contesting the court's findings on programmatic sales and other distributions. Furthermore, the SEC might reach an agreement with Ripple and stop the multi-year legal struggle. So yeah, the agency has not indicated any preparations for a settlement. It seems to be planning to challenge the court's July 13 judgment, which defined programmatic sales and other XRP disbursements to be non-securities. Ripple achieved a partial success in the Ripple SEC legal struggle this year when Judge Annalisa Torres decided in its favor. The SEC's appeal was likewise refused, and the lawsuit against Ripple's CEO and co-founder was terminated. The SEC wants to meet and consult with Ripple on November 9, according to a letter to Judge Torres. The conclusion of the November 9 meeting may have far-reaching consequences for Ripple, XRP, and the larger cryptocurrency market. This conference will address possible remedies for Ripple's alleged Section 5 breaches. This meeting is a key move in the ongoing legal struggle between Ripple and the SEC. While the full contents of the meeting have yet to be revealed, it is a significant moment in the case. This session is meant to set the path for conversations about alternative remedies and the ultimate resolution of the case. Many in the Bitcoin community and the legal world are keeping a close watch on this day. Legal experts believe the SEC's prospects of prevailing are small, and even if they do, the procedure would be lengthy and complicated. The SEC would have to go through many hearings and appeals, delaying the case for an indefinite amount of time. The XRP community should anticipate additional updates on this litigation, but the good news is that XRP's position as a non-security is unlikely to alter. The bad news is that the lawsuit may not be resolved for some time. On Monday, XRP joined the rest of the cryptocurrency market in the green. Optimism over the SEC authorizing BITA spot ETFs drove demand for cryptos. However, the prospect of a resolution in the current SEC v. Ripple lawsuit added to the three-day winning run. The SEC dismissed its accusations against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson last week. Significantly, the SEC also informed the court of continuing attempts by the SEC and Ripple to reach an agreement on remedies to the accusations brought against Ripple. The allegations were specifically connected to Section 5 breaches relating its institutional sales of XRP, according to the court filing. One camp thinks the SEC wants to resolve the remaining charges in order to accelerate an appeal of the programmatic sales verdict. Others perceived Ripple as having a stronger position in light of the Hyman speech-related papers. The SEC requested that the court provide the parties until November 9 to resolve the outstanding allegations. The SEC Ripple lawsuit will continue to be a source of interest for investors. Progress toward a settlement and in SEC's accord without challenging the programmatic sales judgment would be beneficial to XRP. Aside from the SEC Ripple case, the SEC Coinbase Coin lawsuit will continue to pique investor attention. Investors are awaiting the outcome of the Coinbase request to dismiss MT. Coinbase claims that the SEC lacks the legal authority to oversee the cryptocurrency industry. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's lawyers have indicated that they would seek to dismiss all accusations against Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chair Chris Larson. The SEC told the court in an Oct. 19 filing in S. District Court for the Southern District of New York that the parties engaged in its lawsuit against Ripple have stipulated to the dismissal with prejudice, implying that there was no need to schedule an imminent trial. The filing made no mention of the SEC withdrawing its legal complaint against Ripple, which was initially filed in 2020. The SEC and Ripple intend to meet and confer on a potential briefing schedule in regard to the pending issue in the case. What remedies are proper against Ripple for its paragraph 5 violations with respect to its institutional sales of XRP, and respectfully request until November 9, 2023 to propose such schedule to the court for consideration, or, if the parties cannot agree, to seek a briefing schedule with the court on a contested basis, according to the filing. In reaction to the submission, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alday-Ortiz, described it as a surrender by the SEC rather than a settlement. The crypto business called the SEC decision a stunning capitulation in a statement. Chris and I were targeted by the SEC in a ruthless attempt to personally ruin us and the company that so many have worked so hard to build for over a decade, Garlinghouse said on X, previously Twitter, on October 19. The SEC's Ripple activities started in December 2020 when the agency filed a complaint against Garlinghouse, Larson, and the business, mostly over the sale of its XRP coins, which the regulator also alleged were security. A federal court determined in July that XRP, when traded to individual investors, was not a security. It's unknown why the SEC decided to withdraw the allegations over 3 years later, with a trial set to begin in April 2024. Bowie Digital's chief legal officer, Catherine Kirkpatrick, said that abandoning the complaint against Garlinghouse and Larson might indicate that the SEC intends to appeal the court judgment on XRP as a security, which she said would have had to wait until the trial concluded. Other high-profile people in the crypto field that are being investigated by the SEC include former Celsius CEO Alex Mashinsky and former FTCO Sam Bankman-Fried. The criminal trial for Mashinsky is set to begin in September 2024, while the trial for Bankman-Fried is set to start on October 26. The commission has also filed civil cases against Binance and Coinbase, two cryptocurrency exchanges.